Hi Stampers, it's Kelly Entz from Stamping with Kelly, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for this monthly online card club video. We're live here from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you might be watching, I don't know, anywhere in the world. But if you're in Canada, I hope you reach out because you can craft along with me. This is going to be available on replay forever, and I send out prepped packages of cards all over Canada so that you can craft along and do the same techniques. You can purchase the class for $20, but the best deal is to just purchase $35 minimum of product from me. It can be anything from our Stampin' Up! Catalogs. We've got two available right now, our annual and our mini. And then we also have a ton of online exclusives and amazing kits. So if you're wondering where to look, there's a link in the video description on YouTube and on Facebook. So just make sure you take a look there and then reach out to me because I can send these to you for free anywhere in Canada. So let me just take a look. This is the point where I always check, okay, we're live. This is good. And if you guys are watching live, can you just comment if you can hear me and if you can see me? Because yeah, gotta love being my own tech support. It's so much fun. We have so much to cover this month. It's November. It's one of the busiest crafting times of the year because we're gearing up for Christmas, most of us. And this time of year, I feel like we all just want to reach out and touch base, especially here in our colder climate. We start to huddle indoors and we like to gather, and we also like to have connections with others. So this time of year is just perfect for crafting. And stay tuned because I've got my crafting calendar that I'm going to go through as well with some upcoming classes. So excited about those. First of all, though, I'm going to talk to you about some promotions. So I made myself a little printout of my email newsletter so that I would make sure to cover everything. But if you're watching this in the future, just reach out to me and let me know, and I can fill you in on the current promotions. But this is for November 2025, okay? So every month, I always give away a free gift with a minimum $100 order. So this can be, again, anything that you order from the annual, the mini catalog, or the online exclusives, even kits and things of that nature. So take a look online. There's so many things to choose from, and I know you're going to be inspired. But my gift for you is when you spend $100, you actually get a free roll of ribbon. And this isn't just any ribbon. This is such gorgeous ribbon. It's about 1 centimeter wide. I don't know the conversion in inches right now. I do everything else in inches, but this is about 1 centimeter wide, and it's Night of Navy ribbon that's mesh with gold sparkle on top of it. It is stunning ribbon. We're actually going to use it for our bonus project today. So you'll get that for free with a minimum $100 order. And just remember that at $100, that's kind of the threshold where it makes sense to just have it shipped to your place. If you want to have it shipped to my place, you can as well. But at that order amount, you are not paying a shipping oh, it was just there. These words, they're hard these days. Premium. You're not paying a premium on shipping. Okay. You'd think I'd remember that word, but you know, it is what it is right now. So with this, Stampin' Up! Is actually implementing a really awesome promotion, and this is going to be starting December 2nd. I can't talk too much about it right now, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up as to what's coming. So Stampin' Up! Is switching from celebration and spreading out their promotions throughout the year because that's what they're noticing is people are taking advantage of promotions every month. So I actually like this so much because it aligns even with what I've been doing. So starting December 2nd, Stampin' Up! Is going to release a product of the month. Now, we don't know what this is going to be, and again, we need more information starting December 2nd. What they have said, though, is that with a minimum $100 order, then you will have the opportunity to purchase an exclusive product. And in Canada, that product is going to be $5. That's a big savings even from what they were announcing before. It was supposed to be $7, and then they made a typo, and now they're honoring the $5. So woohoo! Start the car! It's an amazing deal. So again, we don't know what it's going to be and what that looks like and the ins and outs of everything, but I promise next month I will let you know everything that I know. And then I will continue to offer my free product with a $100 order. So In December, so not November. November, you're going to get this fabulous ribbon for free from me. But in December, starting December 2nd, if you place an online order or an order through me, you will have an opportunity to purchase an exclusive product of the month. Okay? Stay tuned for more information. So what could you order this month that would put you over that threshold? Well, Stampin' Up! Has announced that they're actually going to be doing a Black Friday special. So I have the dates here in the email. If you guys get my email newsletter, then you'll have all this information in your inbox. The Black Friday special is going to be running from November 25th to December 1st. This is going to be savings of up to 40% on selected items, but we don't know what those items are yet. So you'll have to just tune in November 25th, and your best bet is going to be to look online and then sort through. There's going to be a section of Black Friday deals, okay? So that is number one. And then the other thing to keep in mind that's coming is another special for Cyber Monday. I love specials. Okay, Cyber Monday starts December 1st, okay? So remember though that product of the month starts December 2nd. So let's just remember that December 1st, we're going to not place our order. We're going to place our order December 2nd so that we have all promotions available to us, right? Right. Okay. So on December 2nd, right? It's December 1st, but December 2nd is when you want to order. You're going to save on Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscriptions, and these are massive savings, you guys. So there's a few different ways that you can do Paper Pumpkin. This is our monthly online subscription service with all the crafting supplies you need in one box to create usually 8 to 10 cards, or sometimes like 3D boxes and gift packaging or tags or something like that, okay? So Paper Pumpkin is a surprise to us until it arrives, but I'm going to give you some sneak peeks later. But what you can do with Paper Pumpkin is do the monthly subscription service, or you can pre-purchase it and get special deals. So right now, December 1st, but really 2nd, until December 9th, you can pre-purchase even up to a year's worth of crafting in advance and get a savings. So let me just flip to this. Okay, so from December 1st to 9th, prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscriptions will be discounted as follows. So the 3-month subscription is going to be $82.75. That's a down from the regular price of $110. So almost $30 savings almost. A 6-month prepaid subscription is going to be $165, and that's down from $220. So again, math is so mathy. So $55 savings. And then the 12-month subscription is going to be $331. That's a massive $110 of savings, down from the regular price of $441. So if you are planning to do this, first of all, great decision, like the best decision. There's a couple things that you need to know, okay? So anytime you start a prepaid subscription, even if you have an account or if you don't have an account, the December kit will be shipped to you non-negotiable, okay? That order is not cancelable. So you have to get the December kit. The December kit, I'm going to give you a sneak preview in a minute. It's really cute. So that kit is going to ship out. If you have a subscription already going, maybe it's a month to month, maybe it's a prepaid subscription, you have to pause that subscription. And if you're planning on doing this, let's just make sure to touch base so that we can double check your account and make sure that you're not going to be getting 2 December kits. Because, I mean, I'm sure it's a nice kit, but you probably don't need 2 of them. So it says also, do not purchase multiple subscriptions for the same recipient. The subscriptions will all start with the watercolor and blooms kit. So the recipient will end up receiving duplicates of the same kit each month. So again, if you're going to do a prepaid subscription, just make sure you're choosing the number of months that you want and then just applying that to your account, okay? So another thing to remember is that the shipping cost is built into the price of the kit, which is really interesting. So when you are checking out, you will still earn Stampin' Rewards on that minimum $25 order because your merchandise is over $25, whether you purchase a 3, 6, or 12-month kit. However, it won't be an exact conversion to those numbers that I told you because the Stampin' Rewards are calculated on the merchandise amount, which is discounted, and the shipping is included in that price, which is not going to be discounted. So don't count on getting that full amount of 10% Stampin' Rewards. Hope that makes sense. The Stampin' Rewards are available for future purchases for you to redeem on those, but you can't redeem them off of the purchase that you are checking out unless you already have some in your account. Then I think you can redeem for that. So if you have any questions, again, this is a December 1st, 2nd problem, and we can go through it then, okay? Just let me know if you're interested, and then let's go through it together. It would be better for us to both do it together, have two sets of eyes on it to make sure that it's done properly, and to make sure that your account isn't going to be sending you 2 kits on that December kit. Okay, so that is our specials that are upcoming. Should we talk? Yeah, let's talk about Paper Pumpkin actually. So Paper Pumpkin, like I said, is our subscription service, and we get this cute kits, and this is all we kind of learn is like this little sneak peek. So for example, this is the October kit here, the Cozy Christmas. I haven't received the November kit yet, but I'll show you what's inside this kit here. I do have extras available. If you're looking to purchase those, I can definitely sell you those full kits, and I think even refill kits are available too. So inside this box is like a crafting vacation. You will be transformed and get to experience crafting in a box. I love this. I take this to my kids' practices, and I love crafting even in the car. We've got a big road trip coming up here, 7-hour road trip. You guys know I'm going to be stamping in the car. But this Cozy Christmas kit is adorable and really vibrant and bold in the colors and the designs. But let me show you what else comes in the kit. So you got your full color instructions that are really graphic based, and it even comes with an exclusive stamp set. So let me just see if I can find the sheet. There it is. So this stamp set is photopolymer. Your first kit will come with a clear block, and then after that you can use that clear block for all the subsequent kits that you receive. This one has Merry Christmas, Deck the Halls, Joy, and then you can put it to the world. Put it together with that one, as well as some stars and some little snowflakes and things like that. I really like this imagery because it's got these little like swirlies that have dots, and I just think that's the most natural place to put a beautiful little rhinestone. So you better believe this is going to be blinged right out when I make this kit. So in the kit, everything is pre-printed, pre-cut, laser cut pieces. You've got the cardstock bases, and this one makes 3 different designs and 3 of each of them. So it's really fun to be able to craft these kits. So there's the cardstock bases. You've got the 3 colors there. And then on top of that, you got laser cut Joy, and then you've got the little top of this ornament bauble. Here's one of the ornaments, but I want to show you the special features of this kit. This is actually flocked, so it's fuzzy. All of this green on there is fuzzy, so including the trees, and these are really cute trees. You can kind of put them together and layer them up like this. Again, this kit is adorable just as it is, but I suggest you go on to Rachel Tessman's page. She has a Facebook page called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club, and the ideas that people are coming up with on there are just incredible. I'm going to talk more about Rachel in just a little bit here right before I start stamping. So these little laser cut pieces go over top of this outline. I don't know if you can even see that. There's like a subtle different color here. It's made to be basic beige. And the same thing for these pieces. You get your adhesives, including dimensionals, glue dots, and you've got some tear and tape there. I almost said it, but I didn't. And then you've also got your red sequins, and these are adhesive backed, so it really helps you out. Included in the kit is a little ink spot. This one is pecan pie. So again, a little crafting escape in the box. You can make it as is or check out the alternatives, and you will have so much inspiration for these cards. You're just gonna love it. So the projects or the boxes that are coming here, this is the one that's on its way. It's called Wrapped in Cheer. And this is a little bit different because it's actually not cards at all. It's these little gift boxes. So I'm really excited to receive those. They're so clever. They always do. October is Christmas cards. Then November is Christmas packaging. And then in December, we switch away. Oh no. Sorry. We switch away from Christmas altogether. And we transition to all occasions. So this one says Watercolor in Bloom. And this has customizable sentiment stamps. I don't know what that means, but I really like the color scheme. I really like the watercolor wash that they've done for the background there. Anytime a person will do watercoloring for me, I love it. And so you'll just have to register or get the prepaid prescription. It is like a prescription. Like I need a prescription for stamping actually. Subscription. If you get the prepaid subscription for the Cyber Monday deal, then you will get this as your first kit. I know you're going to love it. And Stampin' Up! Also has a guarantee of satisfaction. So if you are not fully satisfied with your kit, reach out to them and they'll make it right. The coordinating add-on that we have coordinates with last month's, the November kit, and then also the December kit. And this is a die pack that you can purchase. It's usually around like $16, $17, and you can add this onto your order to get some supplementary dies in the same styles as the kits that are being offered for this quarter. So I really like that. Now, should I talk? I'm going to talk one more thing. I'm going to talk about what I did today. Okay, so today I got together with some friends. We were talking about kits just now, and this, anything in this brown box is from our kits collection. This is not a surprise. So you can actually head onto the, I didn't transition you. There we go. This is our brown box kit, and this is different than our paper pumpkin. Paper pumpkin's usually in like an orangey red box. And that one comes monthly and it's a surprise. That's all we get are those little sneak peeks that I just told you. But from our kits collection, we can know and understand everything that's in our box. So if you like surprises, you're perfect for paper pumpkin. If you like what's fresh and new, you're perfect for paper pumpkin. If you like to know exactly what's in your box, this kits collection is perfect for you. So the kit that we used, it doesn't have a sticker on the back here. The kit that I used with my friends today is called the Beautiful Blues Kit. And this is a monochromatic kit that comes with, again, 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and then you get the matching envelopes. And inside this kit has this gorgeous stamp set. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this stamp set. So you've got really great sayings, and you've got this beautiful leaf image. But again, what was the color of ink? I think it was Night of Navy. Yeah, it was Night of Navy. So it also comes with a little ink spot in there too. So my friends and I actually watched a video from another demonstrator from the States. Her name is Rachel Tessman. I talked about her before. She's so inspiring and also a wonderful person to boot. I just saw her this last week when I was in my conference in Las Vegas for Stampin' Up! I did a leadership conference there. I think there were 599 demonstrators, in attendance, and it was from all over the world. We watched presentations, and some demonstrators actually presented. We heard from a Stampin' Up! Corporate office. We watched keynote speakers, and we mixed and mingled and laughed and cried and had such a wonderful time. But Rachel Testament was there as well. Rachel Testament always breaks apart paper pumpkins and kits and does videos showing how you can multiply your cards. Do you guys want to see the cards that I made? I can't see your comments. I hope that somebody's there. Oh, yay, Priscilla, thank you. Says it looks good, sounds good. Oh, I love me a sale. Type A personality. I know, me too, girl. I don't like surprises either. I can handle paper pumpkin surprises, but everything else, no. Okay, so in the envelope, you get these beautiful, in the kit, you get these beautiful envelopes, and you'll see that I actually only kept 3 of them, and those were to go with the, oh, I should have organized this better. Like, have the Jeopardy music playing right now. Okay, I'm just pulling all these out so I can try to find the kit cards so that I can show you those. Oh, this one also came with a block too, which is so handy. Sort of this one? Yeah, this one. I multiplied this into so many cards, I can't even find the cards that you were supposed to make with this kit. Okay, that's not the one. This is not the one. This is the one. There's one. And there should be one more. Where is it? So I got this one, and then I need a white one. There it is. Okay, so the kits that, or the cards that were supposed to be made in this kit are just stunning and gorgeous. So this is one of them. Again, all this is pre-printed. Then you put on this little sprig here, and you stamp your saying, and you put on your embellishments. Really quick and easy, but stunning results. This is another one of the kit cards. So there we go. We've got this, and then the little embellishments up there. We put this little sprig on, and then this is laser cut. This one I put on the this little white sprig, putting it over top of this beautiful watercolor wash. But I will admit that this had basically the mirror image on the back. I cut that off and I put it onto a white cardstock base. And let me show you why. Because I made a second card. So that one card from Stampin' Up! Turned into 2 cards here. Beautiful, right? Okay. And then, let's see. From the elements of this card here, I made these cards. So it's the same design, but just kind of putting one horizontal, one vertical. And I just used some little embellishments here, some little pearls, little silver pearls. And I used a little bit of ribbon too. This is the gorgeous new navy and silver ribbon, I think. I don't know what it's called. Sorry guys, just look it up, navy ribbon. You'll see it. Okay, and then this little sprig here, I used on this card design, and I was able to make 2 of those. Aren't the sayings just so nice in this one? So you're in my thoughts. Okay, so that was the card pieces from that one. The card pieces from this, the other 2 cards here, we actually turned into 4 cards. So this is just using white cardstock bases. I think Rachel used Night of Navy, but I switched it up a little bit. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4 cards by cutting apart those pieces. They're just so stunning by themselves that I didn't feel like it needed a lot of extra embellishment. So that was those ones. And then, where's my other card? I'm making a mess and burying things. Okay, so you're in my thoughts. This card here. This one doesn't have a printed back, which is too bad, because then we could have multiplied it to even more. But this card front, we actually made 2 more varieties. So this card here, which is just stunning. All you did was do a little bit of stamping in behind, and then for this part here, that's already a printed card base. So Gorgeous, right? And then this is the rest of that printed card piece. Just a little tag on there. And then we get to, oh, there was this card base here for this one. It has this like watercolory look. And so we use that along with the sprigs to create these cards. Sending love. Oh, my camera doesn't like the light, I guess. It's like blowing it out because it's so dark and then light. So sending love for those ones. And then I used the envelopes to create some cards. So again, Rachel's design was to cut off the envelope flaps and to use them like this. Do a little bit of stamping on there. And then I did this extra design with 2 extra envelopes. And it's so simple, but it's so effective. I really like this. So you guys want to see, instead of 9 cards, this kit actually gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 cards. And I could even make more if I wanted because I've got 3 envelopes. So 22 cards. And we were able to do this class. There was a group of 4 of us, so we had to do a little bit of talking, right? We were able to do this class in just about 2.5 hours. Pretty incredible. And I sure feel accomplished, and like my crafting bucket is totally filled up. So what does that mean for you? Well, I mean, Rachel Tessman has designed this incredible class. And so you can actually purchase this kit and do the class online as well. So if you want to purchase the kit, I think it might even qualify you for free projects from me. Wouldn't that be amazing? So you can definitely place that order online. I want to talk now. That's pretty amazing, right? Like to get 22 gorgeous cards out of a kit. And they're so beautiful and quick and easy. I love, love, love those designs. Okay, upcoming classes. So excited about this. So Sip and Stamp is going to be held twice. And this isn't just like a regular Sip and Stamp. This is a Sip and Stamp a stack. So for Christmas, we're going to be making all kinds of cards. You can come over to my house. You can have a glass of champagne. They're just $5. I should say champagne with a little C. Prosecco, it's actually going to be. So come on over. You can craft. You can visit. Bring your friends. Bring your mom. Bring your sisters, your brother, everyone who wants to get some crafting in. And you can craft a whole bunch of cards. So I'm going to have 4 designs designed by me. And for those designs, you can make quantities of 2 or more. So the entry is for $45. You get 2 sets of each of the 4 cards. So you're going to end up with 8 cards total. And then if you want to make more cards from there, then you will pay less per card. Okay. This includes paper envelopes, which I tell you, they're there's no joking about those paper envelopes now. They are getting more expensive by the minute almost, but they are beautiful, and the cards are going to be so beautiful too. I'm going to give you sneak peeks over the next little while here, but I need to have your registration so that I can start prepping these cards, okay? So let me know if you can come to either of these classes. There's one being held on Wednesday, November 26th, and these are both from 6:30 till 9:30 p.m. If you can't make it for the whole time, you can come over and just stamp the pieces that you need, cut them out, and then just take them home and assemble them. If you want to do it that way, you definitely can. But it'd be nice to have you there for the full 3-hour class. So Wednesday, November 26th, or the following week, Tuesday, December 2nd. Okay, so either of those. And then you can choose 2 sets of the 4 cards, so 8 cards for $45. You can make 3 sets, so 12 cards for $60. 4 sets, so 16 cards total for $75. 5 sets, So 20 cards total for $85. So in terms of handmade cards that are not based on kits, that's a pretty amazing deal. So prices are per person. So if you're coming and your child is coming with you, I would love that. And then you guys each get to make a set of cards, okay? There's, again, those 2 dates, and I just need to know so I can start cutting the cards and having those ready for you. Another event that I'm holding is on December 14th from 1 till 4 p.m. This is an afternoon event at the Brew and Bloom in South Edmonton. It's just kind of blocks from my house, which is great, and they have such a beautiful setup. This is going to be a kits class, so just think about the kit that I just showed you there. You can make something like that, or you can make some Christmas projects. So you can choose whether you want it to be Christmas or not, but this is kind of like our Christmas year-end party, okay? So let me show you some of the kits that are available. I even have kits that are sold out from Stampin' Up, you guys. I just knew that my customers were going to love it and need it and want it, and so I ordered them in advance to make sure that we could have them. So this kit here is called Calm and Bright, and it's one of the ones that are sold out by Stampin' Up. Oh boy, how do we see this? We have to turn off one of the lights. Here we go. Let's see if we can see it now. It's like a white on white with like little pastel colors. There we go. You've got 3 different designs of cards, and you're going to be making 3 of each. I just love these cards so much. So Merry Christmas from our house to yours. This includes the stamp set as well. So you'll have a block and a stamp set and the Lost Lagoon ink color here to go along with it. Here we go. This is the second one. Sending Joy with the cute little ornaments. Again, a lot of white on white, which I just love. Very fresh and modern. And then the last one here, sorry, my light's freaking it out. This one's really cute with the little deer in the woods. All is calm, all is bright. So these kits, I have to look at the pricing again, but if you are wanting Christmas kits or if you're wanting all occasion kits, just send me an email and then I can make sure to have them there for you. There's also this Christmas scrapbooking kit. This is like a smash book. And I'm really excited to make this for my kids so that they can journal their Christmas experience. They're age 6 and 9, and so they're in prime age for like wanting to be involved with everything in terms of scrapbooking, memory keeping. So I know that they'll love writing in this. So I think I'm going to be making this kit. You can see it has this cute little album with the little elastic band to go around it, and then you've got all your little memory keeping things inside. So I want to document some of our Christmas traditions because boy oh boy, we're in the most magical time with my kids right now. If you wanted to do something that was tag based, this is a Christmas tag class again, tag kit, and you can do this as a part of the cafe crafting class. Nutcracker Tags Kit makes 12 of these cute little gift tags, and they're actually not too little. They're about 5 inches tall, you can see, and they've got all kinds of gold embossing on them. This one doesn't have a stamp set. It's basically like a really fun assembly project, and so if you're looking for something simple and easy, this is the one for you. I should mention that at Brew and Bloom we have a wonderful relationship with them, and they always treat us so nice. There's no minimum spend, which is pretty incredible that we're using their space and that they're not requiring us to have a big purchase. So you can come and have a coffee or a tea or a Diet Coke, or you can come and have a full meal, whatever you'd like to do. But either way, I sure hope that you'll come out. I didn't tell you the date of that one, did I? Oh yeah, maybe I did. That's a Sunday, December 14th from 1 till 4 p.m. I sure hope that you'll join me because I feel like it's going to be just like our Christmas party, all of us together. We can celebrate the start of the kids being home from school, and it's like the calm before the storm, right? If you're looking for a gift for yourself, though, I hope that you'll consider treating yourself to this Advent calendar. It's this adorable box. It's about an inch thick, and I haven't opened it, but some of you have. And if you are a person who likes to know exactly what's inside of something before they buy it, you can definitely look at unboxing videos, but don't tell me because I don't want to know. I'm going to open these up in between Christmas and New Year's. These are not products that are based on any certain occasion. It's all occasions, and they're more embellishments to be used on different projects. So don't think of this as like a project kit. This is like a way to get your hands on some really special exclusive items that are only available in this kit and can be used for crafting all different types of projects. So scrapbooking, card making, gift giving, you can do all that. But the one thing that we do know about this kit is the stamp set that's included. So it's called the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar because that's what it's bundled with. But this itself is not based on any, it's not based on Christmas. So you've got all kinds of sayings here: birthdays, thank you, healing hugs, thinking of you, proud of you, love you, for someone extra special, miss you, always in my heart. And then you've got some beautiful imagery as well that's kind of sketchy looking, and I love that kind of sketchy look, solid stamping for when you are crafting. Now it looks really small on the front, but look at how big this stamp set is. It's really gorgeous. So you've got lots of images to work with, and then you've got a ton of sayings as well. So if you're looking to treat yourself, just add that to your wish list or add it to your order, and you can get that fun little crafting escape. And then tell me in the comments, are you going to be opening, are you the type of person, would you open up all of those boxes at once? Or are you the type of person who is going to wait like me and just put themselves through the torture of delayed gratification? Are you team delayed gratification? Maybe. And last but not least, before we get stamping, I just want to thank so many of you who have generously donated to my personal mission to brighten the kids' days at the Stollery Children's Hospital here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So if you do want to donate, it's not too late. You can always just send me some money. I've got kits on hand, but I am going to be dropping off the 55 kits that were donated by my wonderful family and my customers. Every little bit of donation helps, even $5. If you'd like to donate a kit, they end up being about $11, and that's including the discounts for me ordering as a demonstrator. I'm donating all of my commissions, and I'm donating all of my rewards that I would have earned purchasing these kits. All of that is going towards getting more kits for these kids. And I've also made handmade cards to go along with each of these kits. So the cards are not non-denominational. It's not based around Christmas or anything like that. It's solely to brighten these kiddos' days because you know what? They're so strong and they're going through so much. And I just wanted to give them a little crafting escape. We know how amazing those kits are because it includes everything in that box. And, you know, when they're sitting in a hospital bed, this is the perfect type of activity to get them out of the mundane and give them that little crafting escape that I think they so deserve. So if you want to know what kinds of kits I have donated, these ones here are called the Pop-Up Pals, and these are a really cost-effective one. I purchased a bunch when they were on sale. And this is a great beginner kit because it doesn't require any stamping. And so these cards come together pretty quickly and easily. And they don't require any real extra supplies. Everything is included in the kit. So can I show you what they look like? The full color instructions. And kids aged, I would say 8 and above could probably figure these all out on their own. But even as young as 4 can work together with an adult, with a family member, and put these together. So I just know that there's going to be some really fun crafting moments that are to come. So they come with these cute little envelopes, and then there's 4 different designs of cards in the one kit. So this is the first one here, You're My Best Friend. And inside it pops up to this cute little doggy cuddling up with these little cats on top of a rug. So cute, right? I love the way that these fold. And then this one here, Your Dynamite. This opens up to reveal a Triceratops who's like chomping. It's so cute, right? It's your birthday, go bananas. And then inside out pops this chimp with a little banana in his hand. I will never not be amazed by pop-ups. I don't know why. Like, it's still just incredible. And then this is my daughter's favorite. She was like, oh my gosh, can I look at that again? And look at this card. Ooh, a winged Pegasus. Oh my gosh, it was even out of camera. It came out so much. A little winged Pegasus comes out. Isn't that incredible? Again, super fun to put together. A little crafting escape. And I love that then the kids understand the value of art therapy. They're going to feel this happy feeling. And then they're also going to be able to gift these creations to their loved ones, their nurses, their health practitioners, their family members. It's going to be so special, and they'll get to have this twofold experience when we create and craft. We do it because we love it, because we enjoy the process of making it, but then we also get to gift it to someone, and that's the second time that you get to enjoy creating these projects. I should mention as well, the sayings for these kits, most of them come in multiple different sayings. So this is German, and then there's also French and English included in this kit. So lots of options for even our multilingual families. Okay, we're on to our crafting, you guys. Oh my goodness. I did a lot of talking there, but I sure hope that you listened and that you can come to these classes. I'm going to be inviting you all because I just think it's so incredible. Yes, okay. I know Winged Rainbow Pegasus is incredible. I'm all over that card. She gets it, but like I also totally get it too. Did you guys ever watch Fantasia as a kid? Our family was like the cliche watching Fantasia because I liked the Winged Pegasus one, and then my brother just liked the end with that like muscly demon, winged demon guy. So are you team Pegasus, or are you like team winged demon guy? I know there's a lot of Disney fans out there who are watching this. I really should rebrand this as like Disney and crafting time, because we always end up talking about Disney and crafting. Okay, this kit here is just adorable. It's actually an add-on kit, an add-on product for a paper pumpkin, which I was going to grab, but I didn't. I know exactly where it is. I might grab it in a little bit here, but so remember how I was talking about paper pumpkin and how in October they do cards, and then November they do like gift packaging for Christmas. So I think this was the year before last actually, but they had these cute little boxes that ended up being little like triangles. I'm gonna have to describe it to you because I don't want to leave you, and I don't want to run to the other room, but they came with a little house and then a little bottom, and then the back side of a house, and then this little flap that came over, and then a bag that you could put little chocolates in or something like that, and give it as like a from my home to yours, happy holidays sort of thing. That month they did a paper pumpkin add-on, which were these incredible 5x7 card bases and the envelopes to go along with them. Thank goodness, because this isn't a standard size card. This is quite a bit bigger than our standard 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. So we made this card into a fun different projects, and you'll just have to check my previous videos for those ones. But I wanted to showcase this card base again in a bit of a different way. So I love that on many of the kit cards, Stampin' Up's designs extend from the front, including the back. And so it means that you can really multiply these and make a beautiful scene. I even saw people making scrapbook pages, like full 12 by 12 pages, by laying out these card bases. So really beautiful stuff you can do with them. But let me show you what we're going to be creating today. So these come in a pack of 20, and if you do want to purchase them from me, you can definitely do that. I think we're listed $20 from Stampin' Up! When they were first released, but you can get a pack of 20 of them for just $15, and that includes shipping and handling and GST from Stampin' Up! So the card that we're going to be making, it looks just like this, and it folds open in like a Z fold to reveal the little spot where you can write your message. Now, you guys know I'm pretty wordy when it comes to normal cards, but for Christmas time, I'm writing so many cards, like over 200 cards. So I like to keep the messages short and sweet. I like to have a stamp saying on the inside of the card, just a quick little, Merry Christmas, so-and-so from the Ences. And I think this card is just perfect for that because it's really going to be a wow factor when they display it. So when we put this card together, we're actually going to do the Z fold on the front. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to fold the card so it's actually the opposite way as you would normally do it. So folding it closed, and then taking your bone folder. You could maybe score this if you wanted to, but measuring is too much work. Just fold it back on itself, and then you can use your bone folder to gently press. Don't scrape all that beautiful glitter off, but gently press it into this Z fold. And yeah, I'm saying Z. I'm from Canada. Whenever I go to the States, I was just reminded of it because of my trip here. I have a Z in my last name, and every time I go down there, they ask me to spell my name. I'm always like, E-N-T-Z. I mean Z. I mean, whatever. So I have this like little conversion that goes on in my brain. I'm going to use sticky. Oh, I did it. Tear and tape. You guys, I was so proud of myself for not saying it earlier, and then I went and said it. Okay, this is tear and tape. It's a product like we had in the past. I've been a demonstrator for almost 19 years, so I've been around a lot of products, but this is my favorite. This is way better than our sticky strip because this is called tear and tape, and it's very intuitive. You just tear it to tape it. What I do to make sure that I don't glue my card shut is I take my house and I just flip it right over, just like that. And then I put it on the side that I'm going to be adhering onto the card. And you guys, take your pick tool is just the best thing ever when it comes to tear and tape, or sticky strip for that matter. So I'm just going to put it kind of centered on the card, centered up and down. I actually might put it down a little bit here, just to give myself a little bit more room for this next step here. Okay, for the next step, we're going to do some stamping here. We're going to stamp a little saying on the circle. I did from our house to yours, and then a little stamp on the square, which is going to be layered on top of this little square that has the hole punched out of it. Okay, so the stamp sets that I'm excited about using are this pine tree trimmings. This is a new stamp set that has a bundle with these cute little dies to go along with it. The dies cut out these trees, as well as the star, the bow, the little presents, and then it also has this little garland which you can cut out. And the whole reason why they made this so simple and beautiful is because we have shaker domes. So these little shaker domes are made to fit through the hole in the paper that this die will cut out. So imagine a piece of paper, cut out the hole, and then this little shaker dome will go inside that. So you can have this stamped image or any of these stamped images on the inside, and then you can put your little confetti in there and your card will turn into a shaker. So adorable. So the shaker domes come in a pack of 10, and these are online exclusive, so don't look in a catalog for those. You're going to find those online. You can find everything online, so really just look online. You can look in the catalog for inspiration, but then seriously, just go online. You're going to love it. Okay, so I'm using the Night of Navy ink. That's coordinating with this cardstock accent that I've got here, as well as this base. So the saying that I'm using is from our house to yours, and then on the inside I'm putting sending Christmas wishes. But of course, you can put whatever you want from your stash I love Card Club for this reason, because it gets you looking at your stash in a different way. It makes you thinking outside the box, that it doesn't all have to be matchy-matching, even if we're type A and we like that very much. We can craft things that are customized for each one of us. From our house to yours. I love this stamp set. It just has perfect font in it. And sending Christmas wishes. So I should mention as well, a little side note. Because those boxes, ooh, that is sticky. There we go. Because these little house boxes that I cut apart to make these card fronts included the front of the house and the back of the house, some of you will have the back of the house, and if you do, I think it still looks great, right? Like, you kind of have to look closely and figure out like that there's really a difference. But if you do have the back of the house, I've given you the bonus piece, this flap that comes over to close the box. I've cut that off so you can put some dimensionals on there and just pop it up and add that extra little wow factor. So that's a bonus to you back house people. That doesn't sound right. I'm a late girl, and the back house, that's where you do your business, your serious paperwork. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm alluding to it. I don't want to say it full out. But yes, you will have the fanciest back house card. Oh my gosh. Stop talking. Okay, let's talk about what Michelle says. She says, yes, Fantasia is one of my all-time faves. The Chernabog, all the way. Are you serious? That scared me so much as a kid. I still don't think I'm over it. I should watch it again, because I know there was some funny business in that other, the section of, what am I trying to say here? The section of Fantasia with the Pegasus and everything. I know there was some funny business too, like a bit of romance or something with the centaurs. What was it? Oh my gosh, I need to watch it. Okay, no. Oh, you're Team Sorcerer Mickey. Yeah, of course you are, Priscilla. I'm surprised. I don't think Michelle thought about that option, because she, I'm sure, would be Team Sorcerer Mickey too. Okay, I put dimensionals on the back side of that card. I'm so busy talking about Disney that, man, oh man, I could just talk about that all night. Let's talk about this ribbon though, because this is that gorgeous ribbon that I was telling you about that is the free gift with a minimum $100 order this month. So this, I've just given you a little strip, and what we're going to do is tie it around the back side of this card. So I put some Stampin' Seal right onto the back, and then I'm basically doing like a 45-degree angle, just with a little bit that's going to come around the back here. So then as I close the card, I can actually use tear and tape for this. How many tear and tapes do I have going on? Look at this, you guys. I've got small, medium, and large. I'm going to start with the small one and use that one up. So I really like using tear and tape as a really sticky tape. And for this application, I'm not even going to take off this backing. I'm just going to leave it just like this. It's kind of on the back side, inside of the card. It's not going to be visible, so I'm not worried about, you know, how it looks particularly, because it's going to be hidden on that card, right? People open it up like this, and they're only looking at the front. So this is just going to make sure that that ribbon stays nice and tightly adhered to that card. And now we can put this little circle over. So cute. From our house to yours. Then for the inside here, sending Christmas wishes is just going to go over this little gap. I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive, even though I've got some adhesive poking through the hole in that circle. I like to be sneaky about my cardstock usage. Nobody will ever know that there's a big hole in it, right? Okay, yeah, Mickey is a given. I knew that was going to be the case. So we've got that sending Christmas wishes kind of centered so that it's covered by this beautiful house. let's put on our embellishments now. We've got some little wreaths. You should have 2, I think. 1 or 2. Maybe 3 if you're super lucky. I don't think I put 3 in anyone's, but 2 in there. And you can put these into the windows. There we go. So cute. And those dimensionals just add so much, don't they? Then the final finishing touch are these gorgeous little snowflakes. They're pretty blingy, aren't they? I thought they were stars to begin with, I won't lie. And then I read what they, like the actual name of them, and they're called snowflakes. Then I took a closer look and I realized, oh yeah, they are snowflakes. Like they're in the shape of a snowflake. They're just super, super blingy. And they come in 3 different colors. They come in a 3-pack here with red, green, and silver. You get a lot of those in there. So lots of beautiful cards to be made with those. And I guess you could use them for scrapbook pages too. Okay, where do we find these products? Well, if you are a newsletter subscriber, you will receive these project PDF kits, and the photo will be there starting tomorrow when I send out my new email with all the links and everything like that. So it will also give you a link to where you can find this video in the future. At the bottom, it shows you the supplies that I used. And so we've got the Warm Wishes cards and envelopes. Those are these big 5x7. You can see those ones were listed for $20, but just reach out to me. These are retired, so they're only available from my stash, and they're for sale for $15. I also have full and refill kits of this house kit, which again makes these cute little house gift packages. But you can cut them apart and make all kinds of beautiful cards with them. The Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle, again, that's an online exclusive. We also used circle punches to create that tag. The faceted snowflakes are from online exclusive. Then we've got the Night of Navy Classic stamp pad that I use, and the ribbon, which I will put in for tomorrow's. That one, though, is a retired product as well and only available from me for a gift with a minimum $100 order. Okay, you guys ready for the next card? I hope so, because we're doing it. The next card has no stamping. So, what? But it has everything that you need and more, because it has glitz and glamour and more glitz. So let me show you the finished project here. We've got this beautiful gold embossed paper and then a star with some little trees that are from Designer Series paper. And there's no stamping because we're using the ephemera to put on our little Christmas saying. These are adhesive, so they work really well, even over top of ribbon. So let's work on playing with this card and taking it apart so we can put it back together. There's also like an even darker option, so you might have one or the other. Okay, looks like I've got this one here, so I'm going to keep going with that. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Priscilla. Thank you. I think so too. But you guys know about me. Anything shiny, sparkly, foil, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so we're working with the Crumb Cake 8.5 by 11 paper as our cardstock base. Now, just so that you can feel the difference, we've got the strip here that I've given you is the two-tone cardstock. This is in a 12 by 12 format, specifically for, it's great for scrapbooking, but you know what I'm using it on cards for a lot is layering. It just is sometimes easier to cut in with certain dimensions of card layouts, and it doesn't add as much bulk to the card. So if you're putting a lot of layers on your card, it's really nice to lighten things up by using this thinner cardstock. The other option that I really like is the fact that, there we go, the light's back. It's two-tone. So we've got one side here that's darker and one side here that's lighter than the standard Stampin' Up! Color. So it actually gives us way more options. to work with. That being said, we have another benefit to this cardstock, this 12 by 12. And unlike our standard 8.5 by 11, which is fully colored the same all the way through, this is actually a white core. So we're going to work with that a little bit, and we're going to rough up this. You can use your fingernail. Easier, I think, is to use scissors. So I'm just going to rough up this edge and expose and kind of curl a little bit of that white so it shows. I'm just doing it on the one side of this. And if you bend your cardstock, that's okay. We're going to put ribbon on it. It's not going to be noticeable. Okay, here we go. All right, so I have a couple tips for this, so don't work ahead too much on this card, okay? You'll just want to stay with me until we adhere this onto the card together, okay? So just wait for that. So we've got 2 strips of our designer series paper. I just love this fa la la la. You can put the back side if you want. Normally I'm a sucker for anything shiny, but I'm all over this fa la la la. I don't know, I think it's hilarious. Maybe not hilarious, slightly amusing. Like, let's be honest here. Am I, busting a gut here about my card? Maybe not. Slightly amusing. Slightly cheeky? Yeah, definitely. Love it. So I'm going to put the stripy one, the wider one on the top, and then the narrow one at the bottom. And then in between there is going to be our strip, but don't apply it yet. Just wait for me, okay? So this strip, you could have just left it with this card, right? This card base showing through. But where I think a card maker shows their experience and their forethought is by having a clean inside of their card, like finishing the details so that the ribbon doesn't just fray along the edge of the card. And so I think it's really important, and again, this is type A personality as well, to wrap it around and to have that finished edge kind of showing instead of the frayed edge or the wrapping happening inside the card. So again, that's just me. I think that's how you elevate your card design. But I want to show you one thing, okay? I compulsively cut things long when they are spanning the entire length of the card, and that's just because nobody's perfect, and I wouldn't expect that of you, and I definitely don't expect it of myself. But what I like to do is just trim down this designer series paper. But what we need to do is trim down this piece of paper to match. And sorry, like, again, that's probably an extra little step. I probably didn't need to be super anal retentive about that, but I'm just going to tack this on a little bit. Oh, and I tacked on the other side. That's interesting. Let me curl this down here. And then I'm not going to apply this with enough glue to keep it on there forever. It's literally just holding it on so that I can do this one little snip. Oh my God. Did you see I'm using my ribbon scissors? Don't tell anybody. Oh, never mind. Nothing to see here. I did have snips. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so now I've got this piece. It's the right length. I know it's going to be perfect for the card base that I have cut. And now let's wrap around our ribbon. So starting with this ribbon is really hard to glue on. Like, I know you guys saw me just glue on the back side of that blue ribbon. For some reason, I can't get this to work very well. So I put the adhesive on the cardstock backing. And now I'm using the paper snips for my ribbon. What is this, like backwards day? And then I'll just wrap that around. Again, finishing it with some tear and tape here to hold that on very, very nicely. Yeah, this is glamorous, isn't it? I like it. I like making all different types of cards, and sometimes as I'm making the card, I'm really thinking about the person who I'm going to be giving it to. And sometimes that doesn't happen. I will admit, I love when I'm in a rush, being able to choose from a whole bunch of cards that are ready to gift, that have already been made with love by me, waiting for the recipient to receive it. Okay, just a quick thing. We're going to put the tear and tape, and I'm going to take the backing off this time so that the double-sided tape is exposed and is useful for holding our card together. And what did I do? I think I did, yeah, I did the like kind of ruffled edge, that curled edge that I did against the fa la la paper. I gave you a lot of ribbon this time, you guys. I don't know why I gave you so much, but you can have fun. Maybe you want to like tie a little bow, put it here, tie a knot, stick that on with a glue dot. You can do that if you'd like. I might use it for another project. Also included in your pack is a different type of ribbon. This is like a baker's twine, but it's so elegant because it's got the gold actually woven in there. And what I like to do with Stampin' Up's product is really showcase the versatility. So I often like to deconstruct my ribbon into the different pieces. So what I really loved about the look of this is instead of like one thick cord wrapping around, I can soften it. My camera is not gonna like this gold. Let's see if it goes. There we go. I've softened it into 2 strands of white and then the 3 strands of gold that are intertwined. So it just makes it a little bit more soft. So again, I separated the gold. Now I'm going to separate this white into 2 different strands. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. I'm going to show you like a no muss, no fuss way of putting this onto our project. Okay, so now I've got all of my strands. I have them deconstructed, but I still have them kind of in line together. And then let's put them on the back side of this gorgeous gold star that I've die cut for you. So in the center of this, I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal. And then I'm going to take one end of this ribbon, basically, press it on there, and then I'm going to make a figure 8. So looping around to make a figure of 8. And back on itself. So when I finish the ends here, I can pop it on. I'm just pressing these on using my fingers right now, but I'm going to hold this all together with a dimensional, and that's going to hold that onto my project. So there we go. Just make sure I've got all my bits in there. Ta-da! And now you got this cute little, it looks somewhat random, but for those of us who really like order in their lives, oh, you know what I really love is when all of the ends are tucked in, and this one's escaping. So I'm just going to tuck that right back in. Whoop, there we go. So now I can use the edges of my dimensionals to create customized little itty bitty dimensionals, and I'm going to use that for the tips of the star. There we go. I'm so excited that you are able to craft these projects with me. It's just the joy of my month, be able to share creativity together. And I love that so many of you are watching even on the replay and watching this in the future, because it just means that this isn't just a moment in time. This is a crafting community coming together and experiencing the joy and the stress relief and the creativity of crafting, but happening through time and space. Okay, I think I've got all of my bits off of there. There we go. So this, I'm going to put purposefully at a bit of an angle. There we go. And now we can add on our sayings. So it might be any of these different sayings from the ephemera pack. There's so many different ones in this pack. Look at all of them. I've used this for 2 sets of 36 cards now. Each of these have multiple sheets in the pack, and you can feel that the cardstock is a little bit thicker than normal, and that's because it's adhesive backed. So when we are putting this on our card, the adhesive is already built in. Now I wouldn't advise you to bend these to peel the adhesive off, please don't bend this cardstock because it is thicker cardstock and it is subject to kind of bending and wrinkling. So use the take your pick tool or even the tip of your scissors to kind of peel back. I'm making this look way harder than it actually is. There we go. Like, what is happening here? Use your take your pick tool to take the backing off, and then you can just stick it on wherever you want it. I wanted it kind of partially on the ribbon, partially on the paper. I think that's so beautiful. Now to finish this off, I think that would look gorgeous, but in this designer series paper, there were these gorgeous trees that were already pre-embossed and in the black and white design. And we're just going to fussy cut around these. There we go. So when I'm fussy cutting, I must tell you, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll do it in like small amounts just for the sake of the look. And the look of this is pretty amazing because I couldn't stamp and get this look, right? It's nice that it's already done for me and pre-embossed and so crisp and clear. But for fussy cutting, it's important that you try and keep your scissors as straight as you can and move the paper around. That's going to give you a really nice clean stroke. Also using the middle of your blade instead of the tip. This just helps you to make it around corners without your hand cramping, without feeling fatigue. Whoops. Follow your own advice. There you go. There we go. And if you mess up, that's okay. It is a handmade card after all. I don't think that people notice it as much, but I think that if you're able to, you know, pivot around, then that works usually pretty well to make those lines even smoother than you could do it any other way. I'm putting more dimensionals on, you guys, because I love dimensionals. But if you're mailing this card, you might want to think about the thickness and maybe omit the dimensionals on that part. Oh, so cute. I love it. It's so bold and really stunning. Okay, let's talk about these products and where they come from. So again, we've got a lot of online exclusives. This one is a suite called Modern Christmas. And so the designer series paper is from that, including the stamps or we didn't use the stamps, but I'll show you the stamps. And this black and white gold baker's twine, as well as these beautiful gold hoops. I have them on the other side of my desk. They're actually about this big, the same size almost as the, okay, I'm just going to get them. It's like I could tell you all about them or I can just show you them. Right? Here they are. So these have a lot of really creative options. I don't know if I would make a card with it. It would have to be a pretty special card. But they're almost like bangle size for me. It comes in a pack of 10 of them, but what people are doing with them is making ornaments, and I just think they're stunning for that. So imagine putting, you know, one of these stars kind of suspended on ribbon in the circle of this, and I think that's just a beautiful way of using these. So again, just beautiful, high quality. You can use them on a card. Make sure that card is your recipient loves crafting and really appreciates all the extra effort and bling that you're putting on the card for them, right? Okay, so Modern Christmas Suite. Let's go back and talk about what's included. So I used a lot of the designer series paper in this, but I have my eye on this one here for my Stamp-A-Stack. Isn't it pretty? It's all gold. It's gold and white. So with any designer series paper that is monochromatic, like this one here, it's all white and black and gold. There's no other colors in this pack. We know that we can have so much fun applying color. So using our blending brushes or spritzing, we can, what else can we do? Our sponge daubers, of course, as well. And then you guys know about those ones because I use them on the card. So that is like the tip of the iceberg of the color scheme that you can do with that beautiful paper. The Ornamental Christmas Bundle has a really cool vibe to it. It's kind of like modern and classic at the same time. So the Ornamental Christmas stamp set is really pretty with lots of big sayings. Again, we didn't do any stamping on this card, but I'm going to use this actually on the next project. So Merry Christmas, 'tis the season, be jolly, wishing you peace and joy. You got 2 different trees there and a star. You can do the 2 different trees with die cuts from the matching set. And then this die pack also, this is this one here. This die pack also has the gorgeous star that we used, a really nice ornament, a circle size to go along with those beautiful gold hoops. You've got these little decorations which you can die cut and put across the bauble or the circle, I guess. You've got some little stars, this star here, and then these are the ornament toppers. So you can actually die cut those, maybe even out of gold, and put those on top of your little ornament. So lots of options here in this set. Just pop all those in there. Okay, we've also got from that same suite the black and white and gold baker's twine. This we use the white and gold, but there's also a black and gold here too. So lots of options here. This is the white and gold that you received in your pack, and then there's the black and gold too. And what else is in that suite? That's it for that suite, but I can tell you about all the other things that we used here. We used the Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera pack. Again, this comes with 2 each of 3 designs of sheets, and all of these have adhesive backing on them. They're all pre-embossed with gold, so you just have to choose the saying that works with your card. Even the sayings are really clever. So you got Merry Christmas in a bunch of different forms, right? You got a banner, you got it kind of halo cut. You even have it big long ones. We've used those already on these projects. So you'll be able to find something that works with your layout. But I love that these are so quick and easy and ready to go. For sayings, I really like when they're pre-printed too, because they're nice and clear. The gold stripe ribbon, I think, is sold out until the new year. If you guys are interested in that ribbon, just let me know and we can see what we can do, whether it's getting you on the list to be emailed when it's back in stock, or maybe there's other options too. So textured metallic 12 by 12 paper. This is from our annual catalog, and we've had this for a little while, but I just love it. Comes in this pewter, gold, and copper color. So copper, pewter, and gold. We use that really shiny gold, and it already has a texture on it. You can see a little bit of that in the light. I really like that when I'm die cutting, because the dies always make an impression on the paper as well as cutting out, and this just seems to kind of hide it a little bit with that little bit of texture on there. Crumb cake we used is 8.5 by 11 and also 12 by 12 double-sided cardstock. And there you have your second project. I should have mentioned as well, this first project is a bonus project. So if you don't have that in your kit, it's because you had your projects mailed for free in Canada. The bonus project is for people who pick up their card club projects from my house. I love giving them a little extra bonus because it's saving me spending the budget on postage. But that being said, if you live away and you want to get your hands on those bonus projects, you definitely can just pay a nominal fee and have those shipped to you as well. This next card, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's one of my favorites. I love this card. This is using the Aurora bundle, and like I said, I was just in Las Vegas for a Stampin' Up! Conference, and I made this card as one of my swap cards. And I made 2 different designs of swap card, and this was the card that people just kept going, ooh, I want that one. Ooh, I love it. So in your card, you can, or in your project, you can see that there's lots of different colors. Remember to save your clear envelopes. You can mail your cards in those, or you can even just store them in there. They make a great protector. Okay, you guys ready for the card? So pretty, right? So we're going to put some Wink of Stella onto our starry sky. We've got this two-tone cardstock, which I told you I'm using more and more these days. This one I wanted to use it for the intricate dies so that it would make sure that those were cut perfectly every time. And then you can choose to make this a Christmas card if you wanted, or you can make it an all occasion card. So the one that I made for the swap was actually a birthday card. So this one says, "May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart." I love that saying, and it's from a new stamp set that I know is going to be one of my favorites for years to come. This is called Words of the Season. It's in a bundle with a whole bunch of words for the season. So the bundle, the dies have all these cursive words. So let's see how good I am at reading backwards. Happy, wishes, merry, autumn, Halloween, Christmas, greetings, New Year, and holidays. So you can put that along with these sayings or with the other sayings in there and get a really beautiful look on your cards, like this calligraphy look. Words for the season, though, have Halloween, let's toast to yesterday's achievements and tomorrow's bright future, and grateful, so like thank you, so incredibly grateful for all my blessings, especially you. And then a couple Christmas ones. So may the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. That I think is going to be stamped in any of my cards this year that don't already have the saying. I like to just have it ready to go as I'm writing them out, and then I can stamp that saying in there perfectly. Just write the names of the recipients and our family, and Bob's your uncle. It's done. There's also may your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness, which is another great one. The stamp set that I'm going to use for the Merry Christmas and this little tree that I'm putting on the inside is that ornamental Christmas that we were just talking about. So this is the one that goes with the modern Christmas, which are online exclusives. These ones do not go with the tree shaker punch. That was a different online exclusive stamp set. So if we take a look at the two of them, pine tree trimmings, this one here is the one that goes with the tree shakers. And ornamental Christmas have different sized Christmas trees or pine trees. And this one has really big, beautiful, bold sayings. All right. Hope that clears up any confusion. Let's get started. Let's fold this Blackberry Bliss cardstock in half. I've got it scored for you because whenever you're folding the paper with the long way, the grain of the paper goes this way, so you'll sometimes get like a little bit of a wavy look happening. So I always score going that way. The other way I don't, but let's do our stamping first. Okay, we're going to stamp a saying. Again, I'm going Christmas on the outside and the inside, and then I've got this beautiful tree that I'm going to use. The ink that I'm using is to match the color of the cardstock base, Blackberry Bliss. You could even do a tone on tone if you wanted, like even Versamark would show up nicely on this pool party paper. Alrighty. We've got Merry Christmas happening on our circle. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Beautiful. I'm going to put that to the side so I don't smudge it. That really dark color of ink is takes a little while to dry. I'm just going to put a little bit of scrap paper underneath here, my email. If you guys are not on my newsletter, just send me a message. However you're watching this, doesn't matter. Just send me a message and I can put you on my newsletter list, and you get information about Stampin' Up! Specials, about my classes, and then of course you get the extra bonus of having links to all of my videos that are available to be watched forever and my supply sheets. That's a special gift to my newsletter subscribers. Thank you for all of those who have been subscribing for so many years. I love filling your inbox, and by filling I mean like once or twice a month, with inspiration and project ideas and connection. Okay, I have to leave that alone for a minute. Let that dry, and I'm going to do this part. Again, bringing in my scrap paper, using my Wink of Stella. I'm going to use the brush tip of this. This is kind of empty, so I'm going to be actually squeezing it a little bit more than I normally would, just to get the ink flowing, because it almost sounds completely empty, but I know there's some more in there. So then once I get the ink flowing, normally you wouldn't have to push on it, but I want lots of speckles and I'm running on empty here. So I'm just going to flick it using the lid, and that gives this gorgeous, sparkly, starry sky look. See if I can show you. Can you guys see that there? Those little speckles will go right into the paper, but leave a beautiful, shimmery, starry look. Okay, what do we think? Are we dry enough to start putting this onto our card? I think so. Okay, Michelle says, I'm in love with this suite. All my Christmas cards would be Aurora. Yes. Did you guys see the Aurora Borealis the other night? My kids got to with their grandparents, but I was out of the country in like one of the most light polluted cities on earth, Las Vegas. So yeah, I did not see them, but everyone's sending pictures and they look so beautiful. I've only seen the Aurora Borealis, even though I've lived in Edmonton my entire life, I've only seen them maybe 3 times total. And it's not for lack of trying. I just don't have very good luck, I guess. My husband usually works night shift and up north in a very country area. Very, very rural where he is, like one road in, one road out at a drilling rig in the middle of the woods. So he sees them all the time. Oh gosh, you guys, I almost did a thing. Don't attach this yet, okay? What we need to do is attach this first, because I did the thing where I cut it extra long so that it would be perfect and blah, blah, blah. I just hope that you realize that I'm actually purposely trying to do this and not just sabotaging you. I promise. It just looks so much better to have it go right to the edge of the paper. And for me, that extra little snip to make that happen is so worth it. So I'm going to put on the trees first and then take that little snip. And good thing I didn't put my card together. Sorry if you're working ahead. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm like training you now to just like pause at any moment, hey? So we've got our Aurora Borealis. We've got our tree silhouettes that have been die cut for you from that thinner two-tone paper, and you can use whichever side that you want of that basic black two-tone paper. You might use the more gray side if you want it to be a little bit softer and more subtle. Whenever I'm trying to press something that has sparkle on it that I don't want smeared, I always just go from the back side. And then put on some dimensionals. How many dimensionals would you put on this? I put on 5. I might put on 6. I'm going to put on 6. But look at what I'm doing. I'm going to move this one. Oh my gosh. Tell me you're cheap without telling me you're cheap. Let's just say frugal and supply aware. Is that a thing? Can I be supply aware, not cheap? Okay. Just make sure you're putting it on to the right side of your card, not upside down. And you'll put this just to the side here. I love that little bit of sky that pops out there. And then for the back side of the Merry Christmas, I'm going to put on some Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to zigzag this ribbon. Again, I gave you like way too much. What was I thinking? Will you use it on something else? Please tell me you will. It's so beautiful. This is actually considered balmy blue color. But look at how I put on my dimensionals first. Silly Willy. There we go. This is considered balmy blue, which normally I wouldn't pair with the pool party because I'm a crazy person about being matchy-matchy, but I think it registers as very cohesive with that pool party. I may even debate with a person if that is actually balmy blue or pool party. Oh, good night, Priscilla. Thank you so much, and can't wait to catch you on the replay as well. Good night, my dear. I'm putting dimensionals again onto a piece that's already dimensionalized, so I'm going to double dimensionalize these ones. And that's because I already have dimensionals under this piece, so I'm just taking it up a notch so that it lays flat and not kind of sideways. That works well because I already have the ribbon on there too. So there we go. Merry Christmas. And to finish this card off, we've got these, maybe some of the most gorgeous embellishments ever. These are frosted iridescent dots. And I'm putting one there, one there, and one down here. These colors change so much. They really are stunning. Oh, look at this. My dimensional sneaking out. Get back in there, you. Who do you think you are? There we go. So we got Merry Christmas on the outside, a really nice saying on the inside, and gorgeous Aurora Borealis all the way through. Okay, project number 3, Lights of Aurora. The Lights of Aurora suite comes with a whole bunch of gorgeous supplies that work really, really well together. So starting off with, of course, the showstopper, the namesake, the Lights of Aurora 6 by 6 inch paper. So this isn't 12 by 12, it's a little bit smaller. Well, it's half as small. And no, it's a quarter as small, right? Because 4 of these would make a paper. Yeah, okay, math. But these I think are just perfect for card fronts, and you can use it for a vertical card like this, using it like this, gives you 2 per sheet. Or if you wanted to, you could go for a horizontal card, which would be this type of shape, right? So lots of different patterns, and one side of these is all just the most stunning Aurora Borealis that maybe has ever been done in pastel. Stampin' Up! Has a great video showing the artist actually creating this. So using pastels and just dragging them down to create this look. Isn't it stunning though? Oh, I love them. Then the back side of them are like surprisingly plain. But I really like that they went plain with these because you can really use these as like a cardstock kind of look, but with a little bit more detail. You can also stamp on these and create beautiful patterns, but we know we're probably going to be using these ones. Do you guys remember though, a couple months ago when we used these for that pixie dust shaker card, that jar full of gold sequins? Oh yeah, we've used this a couple times now, hey? So also in this suite, that beautiful ribbon, that's the balmy blue color, and then those dots, which I'll show you up close here. They come in the 4 different colors, like a purpley, bluey, pinky, and then a white one. But each one of these dots actually has so many colors within them too. They're iridescent, so they have a really nice shimmer and shine. The other part of this suite is the bundle, which comes with Light and Wonder. This is a saying stamp set with buildable sayings. So you can say, may your day be filled with magic. Embrace the light. You can also do wonder and magic. You can put these words together with the little and, or you are wonder. Embrace the magic. Put it together how it suits you. And then it goes along with this die pack, which is really quite unique. Lots of different things to be used in this pack. We'll start with what I actually used for our projects. So what I did was make the cardstock, well, I cut them in strips so that it was the perfect width plus a little bit so that we could get that nice trimmed edge. And then I actually cut 2 strips at a time, so getting 2 card fronts at a time. So it's basically cutting this and cutting this, right? And there's more trees in this pack as well. So this is like a close-up version of the trees. You also have this far-away version of the trees. And that can be layered with the mountains, which have 2 parts to them as well. Let me see here. Okay, so we've got trees. Then you can put the mountain silhouette in behind, maybe in like varying degrees of dark colors, kind of like the group 7 works of art. And then there's like this textured piece that you can put in with the mountain silhouette that just adds a little bit more. Then you can do the foreground with a little bit of like a snowy hill or something. Maybe you even have that kind of coming up like a grassy hill and with these trees in the distance. And then this piece here can be used in a few different ways. So imagine this with white, and then this with like a light blue or something like that, and then this with white, and it will make it look like there's ice here and snowbank over there. Or you can have it working this way as well. There's lots of ideas in the catalog, as always, but there's also great ideas on Pinterest. So, for example, here you can see that they've made it look like it's a lake. There's more ideas online. Oh, look at here. This is done in like a non-winter. It's made to look like a lake, and you've got the trees in the foreground, trees in the background, and then the mountains and the silhouette of the mountains into the background there. So lots of different options. Oh, and here you can see the artist actually doing that artwork. Love that so much. And then to finish it all off, you've got 3 clouds to put in there too. So this, I think, is perfect for the nature lover in your life, which I think is most of us, right? We pretty much all love nature. Men, women, children. I think this set is just perfect for everyone. Let's see if I can put it back together the way that it was. I will never be able to do this, right? My die packs always end up just kind of floating around, but hey, they're all in there. I know where they are. It's like the things that I choose to spend my time on. Oops, I'm putting it in the wrong way though. I do have a problem with that. There we go. So that bundle, I think, is a really great purchase. Something that you can use for a long time, and then lots of fun customizable sayings. We, of course, use the Clear Wink of Stella glitter brush and Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, and Pool Party cardstock. I use the Words for the Season stamp set. That's available in a bundle with those beautiful curvy words. And I use the Ornamental Christmas stamp set too. Frosted Iridescent Dots and sheer ribbon, we talked about those being as a part of the suite. And then I use the Circle Punch and some basic black two-tone cardstock to create the die cut trees. Alright, you guys ready for the last card? Woohoo! Look at, here we go. Alright, last card is our Fun Fold card. And this card is really fun and very playful. So there's a whole bunch of different designs, and it's actually working with this paper pack that has a bunch of imagery, and then also has a couple specialty sheets where you can pop out some laser cut pieces. So we're going to use a lot of the animals. I only have the trucks and the houses left from this specialty paper pack, because I used up all these animals and things to create this card here. So this card folds into a regular envelope, but when your recipient gets it, it's a tower card, and so they can actually display it on their mantle just like this, and this fun piece here just pops right up. So depending on what pieces that you'll have a totally different look And you'll just have to figure out how to put them together in like a collage sort of way to make that look so cute. Let's make this card. So working off of the cardstock backing, this is a really simple design where you just score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And that leaves left over a 1/2 inch long strip that we're going to use to adhere the card together. So again, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are the score lines. There we go. And again, anything 3D, anything that has moving parts, I really like using a stronger adhesive, and my favorite strong adhesive is the Tear and Tape. So I'm going to put a strip of that kind of as close as I can to the folded edge of that little 1/2 inch strip. And then to glue this on, I fold this out so that I can align it top and bottom. So folding it out here into the center, and then just closing one panel over top there, just like that. That gives us the tube that we need to make this little tower card. I should really know what the names of these fun folds are, but to be honest, I'm working off of my memory of them, and I'm not looking up what other demonstrators are doing, and so I often don't know like the special names of these ones, but I think this one's like a tower one, right? This seems like a tower. For the 2 front panels, you're going to do a 2-layered approach. So take the red pieces, and then you're going to put these Designer Series pieces on there. And then for the back side, you can do some stamping if you want. I did some little paw prints and then a little saying on there, so that when this opens up, then you can have your writing on there. Okay, let's put this together, and then we'll do the stamping. Actually, let's do the stamping, and then that will dry, and that is a more logical order. Welcome to my abstract random brain. It might be getting worse. I'm not too sure. But I'm keeping tabs on it because I sure find that the words aren't working like they used to. Oh, perimenopause. Don't tell me you're on your way to perimenopause. I'm using Memento ink. And don't talk to me about perimenopause except if you're like supporting me through it, please. I don't like the reminder that this is what's happening. Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. Oh, I should show you the stamp set that this is from. It's from the bundle that goes along with that adorable paper. And this has a lot of really nice small sayings, and even some that are not Christmassy. So from here to there, from me to you, special delivery, and then the rest of them are Christmas stamps. It also has the imagery for many of our little characters, so that you can keep creating even after you've used up your Designer Series paper. I love that. I'll show you a little bit more of that in the little tour that I give at the end. Okay, I'm doing little footprints across the bottom. I don't know what I have here in terms of a creature. Oh, footprints. It's an owl. Okay, so something has walked across the bottom of this. We're not too sure what it is. Okay, little footprints are adorable regardless, so. And then I also did a little gift. This is a very juicy ink pad. A little gift on the top there. And we need to grab our little banner too. We'll do our stamp on that. So a little saying, I'm using Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes, which is a lot of words for a nice small tag. But these sayings are such a great size to use with a whole bunch of punched images, and especially our new 3 banner punch. Not triple banner punch, it's a 3 banner punch. Triple banner punch was the one that nested. It had like 3 different sizes. And you would slide the tag in. Do you guys remember that one? You'd slide the tag in and you could do different widths. This one here is a little bit different. Well, completely different actually. It punches out 3 different tags every time you punch with it. So it's fabulous for having on hand all different types of little banners to use as accents or to put sayings on. The one that we're using here is the one that has fishtails on both sides. There's one that has a fishtail on one side and then one that has an arrowhead style on the one side. This is a new online exclusive that just became available this month. All right, we've got all of our stamping done. We can put away our ink pad. We can put away all of our blocks with our cute little images on there. And let's put this to the side because, like I said, that's a pretty inky ink pad. Now you could choose, I guess, to put these little houses or mailboxes. I'm going to go mailboxes. This is a really bright, happy poppy parade red. I don't use it too much for Christmas, but whenever I do, it always feels really fun and fresh and modern. Are you guys the same feeling about reds? I feel like cherry cobbler is like the traditional, like it's like historical red. And I feel like real red is, I guess, traditional in the sense that it's used probably the most. And poppy parade, I feel like, is fun and fresh and vibrant and modern. What do you guys think? What's your favorite red for Christmas? Write in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, especially if you're watching the replay. I love knowing what you guys think about color. You guys, did you see what I did here? I matched up the designer series paper. So if you notice that, you can give yourself a little gold star, and also you can put the pattern so it's continuous if you like. And if you don't like, then that's okay too. On the back side, we'll put the white with our little stamped sayings. That will get that cute little border around it. There we go. I like this tower design. This is like a tower design with a twist because it's got that pop-up panel on it. I can't wait to show you that. We're going to do one step before we adhere that pop-up panel, but it's a really simple design. So I've cut out a rectangle here for you. This is from our textured notes dies. And just before we put our pop-up together, we are going to put this ribbon wrapped around. So I have mine coming in from the left, so I'm going to angle this just like that. And then just like the other ribbon, like the first ribbon that we used, we can actually put adhesive right on the back side and wrap that around. I kind of did maybe an inch from the top, depending on what kind of elements that you have to put together. Again, I've got a cat on this one. I've got a big Burmese mountain dog on the other one. That one, I know who I'm giving that one to. My cousin has, well, my cousins actually, there's 3 Burmese mountain dogs in the family. One of my cousins has 2, and then one of my, her brother and his wife have another one. So wow, they love their Burmese mountain dogs, I should say. And then I'm going to finish the end of this with a bit of tear and tape like I do, and it's kind of hidden here so we don't have to worry about it. I don't think anybody's really going to see it. So I've got my ribbon wrapped around. Now let's work on putting this card piece together. The mechanism used to hold this on is actually 2 circles. I used 1-inch circles. You could use whichever circle punch you have. And we just are going to fold these in half. So when we do that, it will make this little support, and we're going to put on some nice strong adhesive. Again, I'm going to use my tear and tape. You could use glue dots, that would be great as well. But we're going to put it on the front and the back of this little circle, half circle book. Where is the end of this? There we go. So we've got our front and our back. Here we go. and front and back. And then when we put this onto our card, I'm just going to take the adhesive off of one side first. And then that's going to go onto our card here. So center it approximately, and then maybe like a millimeter away from that center fold line. Just making sure that it has a little bit of room to breathe there. You don't want to crowd it too much. Here we go. And then now we can take the backing off of those. And we can press this on, just making sure that we have this centered. So centered top and bottom, and then I'm going to press it down. If you're worried about rubbing ink onto the front of your card, just work from the back side. There we go. Now you've got this beautiful little pop-up mechanism that holds it quite securely, but really gives a fun 3D look. So now we've got a bunch of elements. I've got a mailbox, a little owl, and a piece of mail. And I'm going to work on putting these together in kind of a collage. I'm just basically doing some dimensionals on the back side here and dimensionals on the back side of my saying too. This is so cute. I love all the different options. Will you write in the comments too what you're making? If it's a dog or a cat, owl. I think there's also mice, badgers, all kinds of different things. Okay, so I'm going to put my mailbox here with my owl swooping in, just like that. And then this is going to go, I probably went a little dimensional crazy here because I've got this piece of mail, which I'm going to have tucking out from the top, I think. And then I probably could have used one less dimensional. Oh, I just can barely tuck it in there. That's perfect. That's going to be great. Typically, I don't like to put a dimensional on a dimensional just because then it starts getting quite thick for putting it in the mail. But this is going to be perfect here. My dimensional sits right here, and it's not even sticky from the back side. Like, I should go get a lottery ticket. That's amazing. So there we've got our cute little owl sending the post, and then the final finishing touch is to put on our cute little dots. These are matte dots, and they come in 4 different colors. So you might have the nice pink color, green, red. There we go. So cute, hey? And I love how that pops up, can be displayed really nicely on the mantle. I think kids will really love this card as well. But it's a fun, fresh take on a Christmas card. A little bit playful, right? Okay, let's talk about where these products come from. So the final project is our North Pole delivery. And this is a suite from our mini catalog. So on page 28 and 29, you can see North Pole Delivery has a whole bunch of different characters. So these characters are repeated in the stamp set as well as the designer series paper, and there's also dies that go along with it that cut out many of those cute little characters. So we've got the Jolly Delivery is the name of the bundle, and the dies come with a whole bunch of things. So the first one you'll notice the stamps on the cover are shrunk down a little bit from the stamps in the actual set. So maybe I can show you here. So we've got dies to cut out that bear. We've got dies to cut out the badger, and that's it for the animals actually. Oh no, there's more. The cat and the dachshund, the mail, the letterbox. What is this one here? This little present. And then there's also this big die here. And this really is a wow factor. Something so different and unexpected in this set. Let me show you what it looks like when gets put together. It makes a really cute little box, and my friend Missy actually made me a version of this box. So the front side of the box here, she's decorated and she's embossed on that textured gold paper that we used for the star on our second project tonight. And then this cute little squirrel as well. The gold just really accents this designer series paper, which has the gold embossing already on the leaves. And then when we flip it over and look at the back side, we'll notice what's going on here. There's a heart. She's actually she's cut out another one of these hearts to put on top, but this is the closure for the box. So when you push this together, then you can push this box open, and it folds right out. Now I wanted to show you, just because this box here doesn't have any adhesive on it, and it ends up kind of moving a little bit, and then these sides start opening. So I wanted to show you the difference, how you can make this even more rigid. I'm going to put some adhesive here and here, and then I'll show you really how much more firm it can get. This box takes one piece of 6" by 6" paper to create. And like I said, normally you don't really need any adhesive, except if you want to make it a little bit more sturdy, then you can add adhesive on these two pieces, and then it will hold its shape a lot better. It's just a little bit too small to put a gift card inside. You can see here, this is a gift card. It's about 1 centimeter too small for that, but you can put a tea bag like Missy did here, or all different kinds of little treats, little flat treats can fit inside of it. So I'm just going to hold this like this, pressing it down firm into place here. Trying to make it as square as I can. When you're pressing inside of something, it's also easy to use your bone folder. So you can give that a really nice press. And then now you can see that box really holds its shape now, right? So that's a little bit of a tip for you if you're using this. So how do you get this cute little closer? Well, they've come up with an ingenious way of designing this. So the slit will always open here, and that makes this little opening. But you can decide whether you want a star, a heart, or a circle. This star, for example, has these little notches on it, or these little nubs, and then on the die there are little notches which this fits into. I would take a little bit of washi tape and just put these two pieces together with a little bit of washi tape on the back side here to hold them together, and then you can do a lot of die cutting with them and make a lot of little treat boxes, but you can see how that nests together perfectly like that for perfect placement. Now that part here is what will go through that little slit that gets cut on the other side. So again, Missy did something a little bit extra. So she did a second die cut of whatever piece that you're using as your closer, and then she trimmed up the edges that don't normally get cut, and she glued that on just to beef this up and make it so that we can open and close it many times without it falling apart. And also it gives a real wow factor too, having that beautiful gold on there. There we go. Beautiful. So this is a really fun, a kind of extra surprise inside this die pack. You really get a lot of value, I think, in this bundle. Again, that's called Jolly Delivery. Okay, also in this suite, you'll find the dots that we used. And I only have a few of those left, so let me show you. They come in 4 colors. They are in Garden Green, Pool Party, Petal Pink, and Poppy Parade. So coordinating to match that designer series paper. The ribbon in this suite is the fuzzy trim. We used that last month. For this project though, we used the red shiny ribbon, and that's a part of a different suite, the Traditions of Christmas Suite collection on page 22 and 23. That's called the Real Red Shiny Ribbon. Also on this card, we use Tuxedo Black Memento ink, not the triple punch, not the banner triple punch, but it's called the 3 banner punch, and I'll update the sheet and send that out tomorrow. We used a circle punch as well as our textured note dies. Remember those ones? I didn't talk about those for a hot minute, hey, but I was using them for multiple projects each month a few months ago. These have nesting rectangles that all have impressions in them. They make impressions in the paper, and they don't cut out any little bits and pieces that then you have to scrape into the garbage or become confetti on your floor. These ones are the dies that you want for rectangles. They're like wow, but not messy wow. As well as garden green cardstock, Poppy Parade, basic white, and I use the Simply Score tool to create those score lines. That's a big 12-inch by 12-inch basically plate that has grooves in it, and I put a stylus down the grooves and made the impression in the paper so that we could make this fun fold card. So now, the most important part of the event, I really, really love hearing from you. What's your favorite card? So even if you haven't made them, well, if you haven't made them, you should reach out to me, especially if you're in Canada. Let's get you these supplies, right? But if you have made them, if you haven't made them, I want to know which one's your favorite. So do you like our first card that we did, that little bit of a fun Z fold, lots of wow factor sparkle, the house card? Do you like the glitzy gold trees and stars? Do you like the Aurora Borealis? Or do you like our tower card with our furry friends who are bringing Christmas wishes? Which one do you like? I love knowing. Do you guys know which one I like? I wonder if you could guess it. I wonder if you can figure it out. I am so grateful to you all for tuning in. Let me just get back to my face here. There we go. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. I am so excited to craft with you this holiday season and beyond. So into the new year, of course, I'm going to be holding all kinds of events. If you want to hold events with your friends, we can do it at your house, at my stamping studio. We can do it at a cafe like Brew and Bloom. We can even do it at your office if you want to do team building in your lunch hour. I can show up and take you through some awesome projects. So please reach out to me. Think about crafting as a way of gathering people together for trying new and different things, and to being able to really visit and work together and laugh and make something that we can give then to another person and pass along the love. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to craft with you again very, very soon.